Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between. We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives. By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us.
My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane.
My name is Ashley Leneve. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good.
We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us. What's up, guys? We are here with Maria Spear. Maria is an influencer and a model. She owns a med spa in Montclair, and she's all about making people feel good and look good, and we're super pumped to talk to her today.
Thank you all for having me. This is so fun.
I love that dress. Tell me about it.
Thank you.
Tell me about this dress.
American Dream Mall. I don't know if you've been there before, but there's this store. Don't give away my secret, except to these people that are watching.
No big deal.
It's called Steps. And so like I will do a little shopping spree and I'll just grab like 10 items. Because I'm like, I don't know when and where I'm going to need this. But as an influencer, like I feel like I always need new outfits and like get rid of old outfits or give it to friends. And yeah, Steps is like the place.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. It looks so nice on you.
Yeah.
I do like a ton of like Rent the Runway and like other like I started a new fashion pass I started recently and Newly, because then it's like you're never wearing the same thing, because it's the same like, problem for us. Like when you're recording, we need to like
you want to feel fresh.
Like and you can't wear the same thing twice.
No, you really can't. It's so funny. So she does Rent the Runway and like the fashion pass and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere, but I have a closet full of clothes, and I will buy, like for years I was just buying stuff. A lot of the times maybe out of spite. Whatever. It's neither here nor there.
Revenge.
It was revenge. Revenge. Like, I'm sorry, it's 3 a.m. and you're still not home? Don't mind if I do. Hello, Neiman Marcus. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But like literally, I don't really go out all that much. So like when we go into my closet, I'm like, I've got this. Everything's got a tag on it. I'm like, all right,
wow, I love that.
Like 10 years.
That was like the Bravo we're at together. The sequin dress that I had on. She like pulls this thing out of her closet. She's like, here, wear this. I'm like, where did you even get this? She's like, I don't know. I think it was like a spike purchase.
It's been in there.
I bought it like 10 years ago. I remember when I bought it too.
Yeah.
I think I had a couple glasses of wine too when I bought that. Because I was like, this is cute. And then I got it. I was like, oh, I'm never going to wear this. Whatever. Sat in my closet for years.
If the outfit scares you, it's a good thing. Like if it scares you in a kind of a good way.
That's
like,
all about it.
Yeah. Go for it.
Our brother would always say that his ex-wife, anytime that they would go shopping, like if he would take her shopping to go and get her something for her birthday, it's like she picks the ugliest thing on the rack. Whatever it is, it's the ugliest thing on the rack. But I feel like sometimes you can pick the ugliest thing on the rack and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's true.
It depends on your body type.
Yeah.
Like,
it can go a long way. I'm just saying. You get lucky. Whatever.
I actually just bought this like leather jacket that's like covered in rhinestones.
Ooh.
It is fabulous. And I feel like any normal person that would look at this thing is going to be like, bitch, that is gaudy as shit. But I
love that.
Just know, like, this is going to be one of those pieces that I'm like, I'm going to rock this. Like, I don't care. I don't care.
You know what they say about, like, once you're a mom and, like, once you're past a certain age, especially after you become a mom. Who is it? It's the female comedian who says it, one of her stand-ups. She's like, oh, if you ever see moms out there with, like, sparkly shoes and sparkly tops and a lot of leopard. It's because after you have kids, you lose your sparkle. That's true. And like the light inside you just dies. Oh my gosh.
Need to find the Tinkerbell again.
Yeah, it's so true. So true. Oh God, that was so funny. Who said that? I forgot. Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Whatever.
That's
You'll think about it.
I
will. So tell us all like about you. We'd want to hear like your story. I know you and I have been like going back and forth and chatting for like a couple weeks now, but like tell us about the med spa, how this all got started.
Yeah, the med spa is something that kind of grew out of like COVID time. So I went and did my medical training. I did medical assisting with the doctors and like urology, believe it or not.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool. Yeah. It was a field where I was like, what am I doing in this field? Like, how did I get here? And it was funny. I had a spa client and she ended up being like, she was the med spa owner, or not owner, but manager. And so from there, she's like, oh, I'm going to hire you. And I'm just like, I'm not even ready yet, like to assist the doctors. And she hired me anyway. And it was a really cool experience. Like, I got to learn a lot about the kidneys. So
I was going to say, tell me the most interesting fact that you learned that's like weird, maybe, about urology.
Let me think on that one. I might have to just share that at the end. Let me think on that. Okay. Yeah, but I saw some like.
You're like, I was waiting for you to say something like someone's pee one time was purple. Or like something like that. That's what I'm looking for. It's like, I don't know, whatever. Sparks. Someone peed sparkles.
I still never told my mom like I worked in urology. Like she's never gonna know.
That's hilarious.
But we're all like big babies at the end of the day. Like, you know, we're babies, but then like I'm like, we're all each have the same thing, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But there's some cool and funny like moments for sure.
Oh, sure. I can imagine.
Yep. But for women's wellness and health, like for me, it just kind of broke a lot of barriers. Like, you know, you should really take care of yourself. Like, I never knew all these procedures existed. And so many people like deal with, you know, issues for their life. They don't know they could get these things resolved. And it's like, it's so...
Oh, can you give me an example?
There's the answers in front of you, like urinary incontinence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like simple
becomes
things.
a very common thing after you have children.
Right, yeah.
You learn this at the weirdest times too. Like your kids will be like, let's jump on the trampoline. And you're like, oh shit,
let's not.
Can't do this anymore.
The stuff they don't tell you. It's like,
right.
You can't sneeze properly after. Correct. Nobody tells you that. Who tells you that?
Like you need a pelvic floor therapist like right away after you give birth. Like
it's true.
You know,
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Every woman should know, right? I know, but
crazy.
We're not given enough information. For sure. That's what I learned.
Clearly.
It's very true.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
You learn to experience and then you have to tell all your friends or else like you'll have no idea about the really bad things because nobody tells you about the bad things.
I know.
Ever.
It's like, it's not like fantasy and dream world to have children. Like, you gotta, you know, even the doctor I worked with, like I don't know how many years she's been practicing, but she wanted a natural birth and that did not happen for her. And it was like, I think it was a little traumatizing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I don't know why. It would be more traumatizing, at least to me. It's more traumatizing to have a natural. Why would you want to do that? Like you don't want people
your body heals
gold
faster.
Star.
Yeah.
But it's awful. Let's be honest, it's awful.
My mom like petrified us. We're 2 of 4 siblings.
Yeah.
And our mom had like horrible pregnancies and horrible childbirths. So like long labors, like days of labor. And like, so when we were kids and she would talk about like birthing us to us, I was like, I'm never doing that.
Never.
Like, why would I sign up for that?
Death of it. Yeah. She's scared half to death.
I literally cried for months after I found out I was pregnant because all I could think was that this baby has to come out.
Like some way.
It's got to come out. I'm not doing it. And I remember going to my OB and the first question I said to her was like, will you do a scheduled C-section? She's like, yeah, if you want me to. I was like, good. I just don't want to waste our time. You know, I'm not doing this. I'm a planner. All right. But
I mean, everyone to each their own. Like literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what kind of services do you do at the med spa?
So at the med spa, currently I'm doing like a lot of holistic facials, body sculpting, massage therapy. So it's like, this is the base of everything. I wanted it to be like a holistic approach. And currently it's like a very one-on-one. I'm not taking like multiple patients or anything yet, but like now I'm getting like my vice president and like, you know, I'm getting things in place like my concierge and stuff. So it's like a whole system. I'm like, whenever you're a business owner, you're like, I got to update this. I got to upgrade this. Oh, I'm not being efficient in this. So it's like, you know, I got to delegate. I have to learn how to trust more, you know, love with boundaries kind of thing. So it's a lot. It's so much.
Are you like naturally, is your personality like if you want something done, you do it yourself?
It depends. Like lately I've been like, help me. Like I want to accept help and like, especially if a guy wants to do it, I'm like, you take the whole thing.
Don't fuck it up.
I had a guy help me with putting my air in my tire this morning. I was like, just do the whole thing.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
He was
when
so
you're like,
nice.
you're totally perfect for that.
Yes, you are.
And I'm like, oh, help us.
I can hardly walk in this dress, but help me. And it works. It works.
It's nice.
Wait, I don't want to get dirty.
Right?
Help me.
My favorite side for something like that is if we're out of state. You know, like in Jersey, you don't pump your own gas.
Yeah.
So if you go just
anywhere else,
out of New Jersey, anywhere, they're like, I have sat at many a gas pumps. Like, what's going on? What's taking them so long?
Like, where are the
But then
people?
at that point, like,
I know.
Someone help me! I don't know how to pump my own gas.
Yeah.
You know how to now. I do. Of course.
I live really close to New York, though.
You're
so
rugged and rough.
I'm there all the
No.
time.
Yeah, right.
I am.
You're like the female Jeep.
Yeah. There you go. I love it. That's funny. So, what other services did you say you were offering? You said holistic facials and things like that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be branching into more like, I want more medical devices. Like there were some things I worked with at the med spa that were like phenomenal, and they worked for like, skin rejuvenation, like for the whole body practically. And like, I'm just kind of figuring out what exactly I want to get, because there's so many things on the market, but I know like the number one things that work and that people just they're going to want like packages of. So
fabulous. I love a good package.
I know.
So would you say it's more therapeutic than like aesthetic?
It's going to branch into aesthetic.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took like permanent makeup courses. Like I want to get into scarf camouflage, and I want to get into like helping cancer patients. Like they had their breast removed and they got, implant, and then they don't have the nipples. So I want to like do that artwork. Like I think it's super cool. And everything kind of branched from me wanting to work in oncology and wanting to work with like women with breast cancer. So
that's great. That's really nice. I have a friend who does permanent makeup, and she works specifically on
aerial and like all that. And it's super cool.
I was talking to her about it one time, and she's just like, just to be able to give somebody back that feeling of like normalcy,
right?
It's a very rewarding thing.
Yeah, super. Yeah. So it really is like a holistic, like that's the whole person. You're not just treating one thing, like you're taking, helping them through their journey. So that's kind of what I want to do with my wellness center is like, I want to help them through like, it's not just this that you're getting, like there's more options for you too. Like I love giving people options.
No, I love that. That's great.
Yeah. Like it'll make you feel good. Like
right.
That's really nice. Make me feel good. I'm lying inside. Just kidding.
We were talking about like meditation and like different things that we both do.
Tapping. Do you tap? Are you tapping?
No. Tell me about tapping.
Like when you're like, I'm powerful, like I'm worth millions of dollars. Like, do you do any of that stuff? Like,
I need to do that.
I'm really getting into that. I really did it like yesterday. It's like real. It's like, it works. It's like positive self-talk.
Positive thinking. Yeah. Positive self-talk,
and it's like creating. It's like you're creating your narrative and like your journey. Like you're like,
I love that.
I love that.
You're going to get $1 million. You're going to do this. You're going to do that.
It's like you're already.
You can fucking do it.
You're in present tense. Like, like you're already there. Like that's where you want to keep shifting your mind. So like,
interesting.
Like even as a business owner, it's like that really helps. Like as a business owner, it's like, it's funny. You see, like you get to really see your limiting beliefs and you're like, oh no, like I really am dealing with things I got to push through and like areas that I'm blind to.
Yep.
Yep. So it's a constant like work.
Yep. We were going back and forth about this whole like limiting belief thing because it's a big part of how my organization is coaching people through the new operating model.
Yeah.
And we teach people about limiting beliefs and how like what is, if you can really think that something is possible and can just get over what your mind says you can't do, what you can do is like extraordinary. And then once you can get past them and accomplish something that no one thinks you can accomplish, pretty much people will follow suit and do the same things as you because you're breaking barriers.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. So I see that I love that about you. It's like you see that for the like other women in the world. Yeah.
No, it's awesome for anyone, right? Like I mean, there's so many inspirational stories about like things people thought that they couldn't do that they can, and like it's so cool.
Listen, I'm ignorant to this, so I'm going to ask questions. But is it more of like a like tools for like laws of attraction. Is that what you mean?
I would say it's in line with that.
Okay.
For sure.
Very cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like just to simplify it in my brain because I'm mush.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. Right? That's how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah. I'll send you a video on it. Like how there's one girl that I'm watching in particular and I'm just like, wow. I love that.
I'm ready to start tapping
away. Like it's just a private moment and like you're like, what should I be doing with myself? And then you're just like, wow, let me use this simple tool to get me moving forward.
Yeah.
Like
this is like even in like leadership classes that I've taken and stuff where especially if you have to like present to a big audience and stuff, they tell you to stand in like a power pose before you go in because it's just like if you Superman your body
you're
and
charging
you just stand there and you're like, oh God, and like
I was gonna say that's more like my rev myself up type of thing. Like get on the ball, chug it, and let's go. All right, let's go ahead. That's me. Yes, go ready. Come on. That's how I talk to myself.
I love that.
I do think about myself talking to me.
It's not so gentle. Like you seem so gentle about it, and I'm like,
myself talking to me.
I'm like, stop being a fucking bitch. You got this.
I need to try your method for sure.
No, I use all the methods. I learned from all the methods. I'm like, sometimes I need that.
It's kind of fun.
Sometimes you need that hard shake and rattle. And then like, you just need all the elements. That's why life is so beautiful. It's like, it's not just soft all the time. There's rocky moment, like, but you can use your energy, learn how to use your energy to get what you need and to like rev yourself up. And
I need more of your like, calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's very centered.
Yes, you are. You're very
so
centered.
peaceful
and grounded.
That was like, this year, like the mastery of emotions. Okay. Like I think I got a business coach in April and I noticed like massive leaps and bounds with that because I had tried other business coaches. It's such a shift. Like you really got to find the right one for you.
Yeah, agree.
You know, I tried like other females, other males, and I was just like, I'm not really getting any answers. And it's really that every morning consistent, like morning huddles, like, getting me aligned and like, okay, I got to get this stuff done before my morning huddle. So starting my day earlier has like helped so much.
Oh my gosh. And you said you don't drink much.
No.
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't commit to that. Sorry.
Everyone's going to be looking at my face all the time. So I got to be like a little bit more like aware, like what's going to break me down sooner, like sugars and et cetera, et cetera. And so
I'm doing everything
my issue is sugars, actually.
Yeah, I'm like sitting here with a vape, drinking a glass of wine or two at night. I literally chugged a Red Bull before we got here. What else am I doing wrong? No breakfast. No. And I'm on 4 hours of sleep.
Right.
Okay, so
actually, today we're about the same.
Okay.
Like I had a couple drinks yesterday. Like
everything's okay in moderation.
I had a great Charlie horse last night from that. So
that that dehydration.
So wait, what was that?
I did drink a lot of water. I don't know what happened.
You do go to a lot of restaurants, right?
Like a million, yeah.
So that's like your big like influencers thing is like visiting restaurants, reviewing
that's
them,
the majority.
And, like, getting people to come, right?
Yeah, yeah. But like I wanted to branch out and do more entertainment and work with like major companies like Bucket Listers.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love them.
They partnered up with like Disney sometimes. Yeah, so like they're amazing and in New York, but I wish they would come to New Jersey, of course.
Yes.
And like there's a lot of cool things in New Jersey. Like we don't give New Jersey credit.
Yeah.
So,
are you from Jersey?
No, I'm from Washington, D.C.
Oh my God. What brought you
here? Just school. And I was like, new opportunities. It was time to like fly the nest. So
good for you. I'm shocked that like Jersey was the place that you came to.
A lot of people do though. Like I realized like even for my clients, I'm like, oh, why would you come here from like Georgia? It's like nice and hot there. Like, or
I mean, we're born and raised here. So like my thought is I want to get out. Like, I've had enough.
Yeah.
So I'm done. But I mean, probably because I want to like go live on a farm somewhere. On like some generational living compound and bring my whole family and be like, now you all live here. And you all get your own homes. And we'll like just meet up for drinks. That's
right. Electricity is off at 8. All right.
Exactly. That's the dream. That's literally the dream. Or
oh my God, I would love that.
That would be
are you golfers?
Yes.
We need to golf.
Ashley,
let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, do you play?
I try.
Oh
I'm new to it. I'm new, and like I wanted more like of that serenity and like I wanted that hand-eye coordination, you know, like I need that
for different
focus.
reasons.
I need that focus. Yeah. So
we could totally go out anytime. Yeah. Really, we absolutely can. Okay. I have a little bit of tennis elbow right now, but I'll
help you with that.
But like, oh my God, she can heal my elbow. And my back's been killing me.
Ashley is an amazing golfer, so don't let her like talk herself down. She's been not playing as much because we've been a little bit busy, but like won her club championship at like 9 months pregnant. Yes, she's a boss.
Claim to fame.
She's a badass.
Listen, it's I accredit that to sobriety. So sober, like there's no cigs,
like you
no
drinking.
Like, the extra 40 pounds made me hit the ball a mile. Like, wow. So it probably wasn't me, but whatever. It was
that was the baby. The baby was helping
ligaments.
you.
All of that. I don't know, whatever. But that was fun. That was a good time.
That's amazing.
But I love to golf. I've been golfing for probably like 8 or 9 years. I'll go out with you anytime.
That's impressive.
And you guys live super close to each other.
A beginner, so I'm very patient with that.
Okay.
And she's not with me.
No.
That's because you're
family.
She doesn't listen. Like, listen, here's the thing when you're a beginner golfer. This is my host. And people told me this. And like, I understood that you might not want to do it, but sometimes mentally, it's the best thing for you to do if like you're struggling. Like, let's say you're in a bunker and can't get out.
Yeah.
Or, you just dribble the ball or something like that off the tee box.
Yeah.
It's fine. First of all, you're not getting on in one. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. You can come and drop the ball wherever I drop the ball. If you dribble the ball 5-6 times in a row, just pick it up and we'll put you on the green. And now we can work on putting.
It's hard enough for me just to like tee off. Like the whole, I'm a softball player. I still play softball.
Wow.
And so the whole concept of hitting a ball to bat is very obviously different than using a golf club. And so for me, it's such a disconnect that like I can't get the softball out of me to golf properly. That's really what I feel like a lot of it is.
It's in your hard
drive.
She
listens to instructions good on the tee box though. Like when I correct you and tell you what to do, you do listen.
Usually I give up halfway through and just hang out in the car listening to like angry hip hop and drinking.
Yeah, it's usually like early 2000s, like Dr. Dre's going on. And we drink transfusions and I vape the whole time and we have a good time. It's a lot of fun.
I love that.
Yeah. It's very country club. Please. My God, we swear more than anybody else there. It's great.
So tell us like about some of the restaurants you've been to recently. Or like the worst one ever.
Oh yeah, that's what we want to know, the dirty shit.
Yeah, tell us the worst ever.
Last night was hard. Like last night was not great. Like I think we were with the appetizers for about an hour.
Some service
That's
issues.
a long time.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I got to update some things. Like I have to maybe in communication with them because I'm giving them Google reviews as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what can I say about the service? Because it's like really a 3 or 2.
Do you have to like when you're doing your reviews? Do you have to like review like each category, or you're just doing your own?
I keep it like very light and open, and I'm just like, this is what I had. If I don't like something, I actually won't mention it.
I was gonna say maybe if you don't like it, just don't comment on it.
Right.
You know what
like I want to. Yeah.
If the service were stellar, you would be like, oh my God, stellar service.
Well,
you're gonna see and know. You're gonna feel that
they're bringing you there to say positive stuff, right? So the experience is bad. It's interesting. It puts you in a weird position.
Well, sometimes not saying something says everything. Is
yeah. Eventually, I end up like messaging the owner and saying like, X, Y, and Z was phenomenal. I always start off with a compliment because I want to build. I want to build with people, but I'll be like, this or that wasn't not great. Like you might want to fix that, especially if they're newly opening. I'm like, maybe I'm not the only person that's like seeing this, and it could be like
that's usually when it's harder too.
Or maybe it was a one and done.
Yeah.
Like it could have just been an off night. Sometimes
it can. Yeah. That could be the thing too.
Do you ever get anybody
that sneeze?
Oh, sure. Take your time. No problem.
Okay.
Bless you. Should let it out. It tears your heart if you don't let your sneeze out.
It was right here.
There's
and
some
then it disappeared.
I'm basically a doctor.
You're definitely a golf doctor. Like I'm gonna
right.
You're
I can golf with that. I really can. I can teach you some tricks. But no, do you ever get any responses from the restaurants that are like can't handle the constructive criticism?
No, not yet. Not yet.
That's good.
I think, some people are just not really going to listen. They're just going to do whatever they want to do anyway.
Yeah.
But I tend to, I come at them in a good way. So
what is your close to home where you guys are? What is your favorite place to eat?
This is hard because I'm friends with some of the restaurant owners, so it's hard for me to
be honest.
Just
give us your top three.
Yeah. Okay. That's your top three.
Okay. I love Joy and Mia. They're in Montclair, the heart of Montclair. They just I love restaurants that switch out the menu and go with the season.
Yeah, I like that too.
So that's them. Upscale kind of dining experience, always a positive experience with them. And they're
they have to have super good wine too. That's my thing. You can have great food and the shittiest wine list and I won't come back.
I know.
I'm so easy with that. Do you guys get a margarita Pinot Grigio? Because that's all I need. I'll take that wine.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Else?
I like Laboratorio. Same idea, same concept with the changing with the seasons. Oh my God.
What kind of food is it?
It's like lambs and it's
Greek?
Italian. It's fusions.
Yeah.
It's fusions.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah. You don't know really, I don't really know how to describe it, honestly.
Okay. Before you name your last one.
Yeah.
Have you been to Pasta Ramen?
No, I heard it's overrated.
Okay, just asking.
I heard it's overrated.
Now I know.
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
I haven't been, so I can't really say.
I haven't either. I've had a couple friends go, but it was really hard to get in there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you probably could, but let's be honest. But I'm just saying. But,
I did talk with them and I did get in technically, but then there was not a final agreement. So I was okay, guys, whatever.
Yeah.
It was everywhere for a little while. I was seeing Pasta Ramen.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what's number three?
I'm in love with Indian food.
Really?
So yeah. Ooh. And American food doesn't use enough spices for me. And the fact that they are I feel they're just using everything in the book and making it colorful and spicy and full of flavor. Jalwa, or I think I'm saying Damal. It's either of those two. I like both of those. Those are so good.
They're in Montclair too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a little bit of a toss up.
Okay. All right, good to know.
Great service at both.
I went to a really good French restaurant in Montclair.
Is it the Faubourg one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been there.
It was good.
Yeah.
And it's a nice environment, good ambiance.
Yeah.
The outside.
The interior design. It's so cool.
My best friend, it was her birthday and she's so funny. She was telling the chef at the end of the night, because it was COVID time, so there wasn't really very many people. It was very scattered who they let in.
Yeah.
And she's telling the restaurant owner that she can speak French, and he was and he's getting ready to speak to her in French or whatever, and he's tell me, say something to me, and she's bonjour.
Is this Kelly?
Is that all?
I know. Is that all? Of course it was Kelly.
But I say it perfectly. And you were oh, you're so funny. We love you.
Funny.
Oh my God. No.
She's wait, I'm going to do it.
Exactly. She gets the lips all ready. She's bonjour.
I love that.
She'll tell me I'm saying it.
So cute.
What was his reaction?
They just laugh. Drink more wine. Have a good time.
You're sweet.
Yeah.
Au revoir.
It's so funny.
That's great. Oh, I like
so
that.
Funny.
I like that a lot.
That is awesome.
Okay, so now tell me this. Are you dating?
Yes.
Ooh, anything serious?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm kind of keeping it pretty open at the moment. But it's helping me to narrow down what I want. I'm getting closer.
All right, what's your type?
A president, CEO, multimillionaire.
Trust that. 6'5", realize. No existing family, preferably on your deathbed. Just kidding.
Fully divorced.
70 to 90 years old with roughly $1 billion in your bank account.
Generous.
Oh, that's
generous.
so funny.
That's important. That's a very good quality.
So you like a boss? Is that real?
I do prefer men that have their own like universe, like they're in charge, and I know like they can take time off.
So I totally feel this.
Yeah,
I think too when you're like a strong female and you're used to being the boss all day, like you don't want to be the boss at home. Like, I want someone else to tell me what to do.
I want to see them step into their leadership and do it.
Yes,
like I love
and be able to be in your feminine.
I love that. Yeah. So I had a couple people throw me into my feminine this year, and I was like, okay, I like this. Like, I love this feeling.
Part of me is curious because we live so close to each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I know them? Because I'll tell you, they're not okay. I'd be like, stay the fuck away from that. He's married.
You're right.
Don't worry about this. That you really do. You have no idea what it's like out there.
It's wild.
It is. If she's finding good men that are CEOs and bosses, then you guys need to.
You guys need
to be each other's wingmen.
Oh, there we go. We can do that.
We can do it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Especially at golfing.
We'll just bring it. Yeah, that's the best place to meet men. You have no idea.
Well, most of them are married.
Listen, here's the problem.
They're scumbags.
No.
Some of them.
The golfers? Don't be. What are you talking about?
Wait, what was your experience? Hold on.
Who's
we need to flip
golfer that you know?
I just feel like anytime you get hit on at the golf course, they're like drinking and like married.
Here's the thing. The men at the golf courses, in my experience, aren't going there looking to pick up chicks. That's not why they're there.
Very true.
Like the most you'll get out of them is to hit on like the golf cart or the cart girl. You know what I mean? Like that's really
true.
But like they're not there to pick up chicks. They're out there to be like with the boys, have a good time, maybe talk business, whatever they need to do.
Yeah,
but that's why they're there.
Okay, that's fair.
I will say, I'm telling you, I have a membership with it's like a reciprocal membership where it's the company's called Aligo. Shout out to Aligo. And they give you access to a lot of private clubs. Ooh. So it's great. Like it works for me because like I have a little one. So like if I get the moment where I can hop on 18 somewhere private that's local, great, no problem.
Yeah.
But my point is that I'm literally like the only female in the entire membership. I'm not even joking.
Not a problem.
I've never seen another woman. You should look into this. I'll put you in touch with the guy because this is good.
This is so cool.
But basically it gives you access to these private clubs. And when I like on a whim want to go and play 18, I'm like, just put me with whoever. I don't care.
Yeah.
And they put me with a group that has an opening.
Love that.
It's always dudes.
Yeah,
always. And they never expect a girl to be there.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I mean? Let alone like somebody who's young.
Let alone a hot girl.
Right? Or literally taking your money. Okay. So hang with them.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's fun. It's a really good time. And like the beautiful thing about it is you're spending 4 hours plus or minus, depending on how bad they are. But plus or minus 4 hours.
Yeah.
With these people and getting to know them. And you meet some really nice guys that are like, just really like turn into really good friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of men are married.
Don't friend zone all of them.
True. Well, I mean,
I don't know. Listen, honestly, of all people that should not be contributing to this conversation on dating,
it's her.
This girl right there.
It's true. And her advice is the worst.
I'm
sorry, don't listen.
I've been with my husband for like 21 years.
She's like,
okay.
I had a great time. I'm like, oh my God, what did you get me into? No, my point is, don't listen to her. Okay, trust me. She has bad advice. But a lot of these men, because you're spending so much time with them in a day, when do you get 4 hours of uninterrupted time?
Right.
Where like you're having drinks and hanging out and it's casual and like you're there for
just
a good
relax,
time.
right?
It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
You figure out their taste in music.
Yeah.
You figure out, how they are when they loosen up. You figure out if they drink, if they don't drink, like what they like. It's a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you get to see if they slide downhill.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Like peeing in the woods.
Yes. Well, you get to see the mask start to fall. And I walk in like, to me personally, I walk in like guns a-blazing. Like, this is who I am. The mask will not fall.
Right.
I am swearing on the first tee box. I'm ordering a drink right away. You don't have to. I don't care what you do.
Right.
All right. Like, you're here for your own day. Whatever. I'm not here to interrupt.
Right.
But it's there are a lot of them are married, which sucks. But like you do get a couple of singles. You know what it is? It doesn't matter where you meet guys, I think, at our age. It's like, yeah, you're almost on the defense of either A, why'd somebody throw that one back? Or two,
it's gotta be hard.
It's really hard. Two, what kind of like what's wrong with you? Like what's the baggage issue? You know what I mean? Like why haven't you settled down? Why haven't you ever been in a serious relationship? It's like
most have been in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Most
have. Yeah. I don't meet like any guy nowadays that hasn't been in a relationship.
I feel like there should be a dating website that requires you to submit reviews from your exes. Trademarks.
Are you going to make that? Are you going to make that?
I will do that.
Can you imagine how funny would that be?
I mean,
that's amazing.
If you really thought about it, I think it's a good idea.
If you were like a really crappy guy, you wouldn't be on there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I mean, I guess.
Because who's going to let their ex put bad reviews out there if they're trying to date someone? So
I think you should be able to request it. It should be an option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. An a la carte option.
I love it.
Okay, you have to pay extra for it. Maybe I could pitch this to like Tinder or something.
You should.
Nobody steal this idea. This is my idea. That and valet at my kid's school. Those are my new business ventures. Okay, just so you guys know.
You need to get some angel investors over there.
Really, I'm telling you, it would be a really good idea to pay extra for a review from a. Just saying. Yeah. I mean, I've dated a lot of guys where it just didn't work out, but they're good men. Oh, yeah. They're not bad men. Like, you could give good reviews. You could, I mean, hopefully not everybody's like a...
I am starting to believe more in like dating coaches. They are effective, some of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do they help you realize your childhood trauma and why you can't commit to people?
No, it's more like that's a therapist. I had a guy the other day.
It's my sister.
He was like, I hope he doesn't see this, but he's like, I was ready to get like married and like have children like now, like yesterday. And I'm like, really? Because where's the ring? If that's true, like, you know, like whatever. But like, I realized like, it's this a little personal, but like that person, their father like abandoned them. So I'm like, oh, that's why you're like a hot and cold. Like, that's why, like, I'm like, I kind of want to make it mandatory, not to be like sound picky, but I'm like, I think like people need to get therapy before they get into relationships for sure. Yeah. And like, you know, my first serious relationship, I was like, he was pushing me to therapy, but I'm like, he really needed therapy. Like, you know, and I'm not saying like I'm better than anyone, but it's just like everyone needs a little touch of therapy. Like it's
everybody's broken in some way.
Right. Yeah. Get through something and like go to the next level.
It's those childhood traumas that shape us, right? Into who we are as adults and how we react in situations. And so if you're aware of them, you can control them, right?
Exactly.
It's that simple. But
most
people don't become aware of them until much later in life or like
I don't know. I feel like when you're like heavily impacted by it, I will say firsthand, our parents divorced when we were young and it was messy.
Yeah.
So for us, we were significantly impacted by it in the sense that like every decision we made, like getting married and everything like that, we were very particular about specifics, meaning like we won't share a bank account. Ever. Like she will never share a bank account with her husband. They've been married. They've been married for 20 years. Will never happen.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Things like that though, where you are just constantly in prep mode in case you need to cut bait. It's a good thing because you're protecting yourself, but it's not supposed to be what marriage is about.
Is like,
there's never like you never fully let go and trust.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's always that
about what if.
There's that lingering PTSD.
You're right. Yeah, it literally is.
It literally is. Or like even like when you're older, and I can say this too. I mean, when you go through a divorce or something like that, that has its own lingering effects on you when you're trying to get back out there. And again, you're very like,
even just really a bad relationship. Like
just a bad relationship. It doesn't have to be a divorce. I'm just saying like just any kind of bad traumatizing relationship, whatever it might be.
You need to have that opportunity to heal and come back from it. And like learn. So when you're like, okay, are you dating? I'm always dating myself. You know, like that's really how it is for me.
I'm like my best girlfriend. It's the best person I've ever dated in my life. She's so fun. She's got the best personality. Did I mention how funny she is?
Would I date me? Like, yes.
Absolutely. I definitely think you guys need to go out together. Yeah, we should. We should. We'll set something up. I'll come meet you, Montclair. I'll babysit. Yeah, there you go.
You'll be the one having the most fun out there.
Exactly. Oh my God. All right. It's time to wrap this up.
All right.
We can go down this hole for a long time.
Give us some plugs. Tell us all about you, your business, and how our listeners can find you.
Absolutely. So my name is Maria Spear. You can find me on Instagram at holisticpmu.spa. I'm located in Upper Montclair, so 605 Valley Road. And yeah, thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, it's so awesome to hang out with you. Yeah, it was awesome. We'll get together again.
Fun.
We'll see you for sure.
All right, I gotta hit that button.
Yay. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.